Hello, sports lovers. I'm Med, and this is Africa's first choice online sports portal. Today's episode is about no other person than the former two-time unified heavyweight champion of the world in the person of Anthony A.J. Joshua. He is set to return to the ring on the 1st of April, and his opponent is no other person than the 989 assassin Jermaine Franklin. Jermaine Franklin gave a good account of himself the last time he was at the O2 Arena against Dillian the Body Snatcher White. I personally think Jermaine Franklin nicked the fight, but some rounds were close, so I'm able, or I think I'm okay deferring to the judge's decision. But Anthony A.J. Joshua against Jermaine Franklin is going to be a very decent fight. Thank God the fight is not on pay-per-view. Good decision by the zone, because this will enable the fans watch Anthony Joshua, rally fans behind him and cheer him up at the O2 Arena. But Jermaine Franklin has already been there, and he wasn't perturbed by the crowd booing him. So the crowd intimidation will not be anything that would switch or twist the game plan of Jermaine Franklin. He is a solid guy. He is a decent opponent. He has everything. He has decent footwork, like hand speed and boxing IQ. But I think Anthony A.J. Joshua has every attribute more than Jermaine Franklin. But Jermaine Franklin is a very tough guy, just like his name. He is an assassin, and he would show some level of resistance. So it is a very good practice in which Anthony Joshua gets the opportunity to face someone who will put in some resistance against the new things he has learned. And Derrick James, it hasn't been officially confirmed, but Derrick James is a very good coach. He is a very, very good coach. Frank Martin, Errol Spence Jr., Jamel Charlo, come on. These are good seasoned boxers right now we have in the world. So AJ going to such a camp would inspire him to do more, because when he sees these guys giving off their best, though Charlo is injured, Frank Martin, I have seen him in the gym. I don't know if Errol Spence has started camp as he's preparing to return against Keith one time, 10 months somewhere in April. So that means Derrick James has a lot of work to do particularly in April, and I think he is a man who is up to the task. But let's look at this fight and what it does for Anthony Joshua's career. If Anthony Joshua is able to put up a knockout, I don't think this fight should be a 12-rounder fight. It's a comeback fight for Anthony Joshua. So a 10-round fight is okay, and I think Anthony Joshua should be able to get Jermaine Franklin out of there by the 8th round. I'm not saying Anthony Joshua should toy with him, but Anthony Joshua should use this fight as a learning process. He shouldn't just go there and try looking for the knockout in the first round. No, that means you haven't learned anything. Though you may have learned them in the gym, you haven't practiced it, so you don't have confidence in doing it. And when he meets opponents who are top level, who show you enough resistance, and you have not built confidence in the new things you have learned, you go back to default settings. I remember a boxing coach, Charles Cote of Ghana, told me one day, sometimes the boxers, when we teach them something, they don't have, because the opponent has shown a sign, they shouldn't just go there and blast the opponent within the first few rounds or seconds. They must learn, or they must practice what they have learned. So I would urge Anthony Joshua to practice what he has learned new with Derrick James. Though it will be very difficult to teach a 33-year-old new things, I think Anthony Joshua must just polish what he is good at, shine them very well, and just try to improve on what he is not good at. He shouldn't try to switch totally. That would be a blunder. At 33, he can't learn anything new in boxing. He must shine his attributes and just improve on his weakness. He can't totally switch styles. No, that is not possible. So whatever Anthony Joshua is good at, I believe so much in Derrick James. He will try to get Anthony Joshua to improve on them severally, polish, repetition, and But when Anthony Joshua gets into the ring, he must gain confidence by practicing all those that improving his jab, if his footwork, if his head movement. He must practice them in the ring in order to gain confidence that I have been able to pass the exam. Sometimes it's just if you learn and you don't write exams or you are not put to test, you don't see it. That's why some people may learn driving on a park, but when they get to the main road and they are meeting a vehicle that is coming head on, they panic because you have to practice it in order to gain confidence from it. So I would urge Anthony Joshua to take his time in this fight, practice. I'm not saying he should lose his ferociousness. No, Anthony Joshua must not lose his ferociousness, but he must not just go in for the kill. He must practice new things and learn and build confidence, because this fight is a very confidence boosting fight. If I was still a betting man, I would have bet everything I had on Anthony Joshua to win this fight. Hey, what about if Anthony Joshua loses? I have thought of that, and I'm trying to write a script on that particular episode. What if Anthony Joshua loses to Jermaine Franklin, what it does to the economy of boxing in Great Britain and the heavyweight division. A lot of people would be affected. Watch out for that episode on this particular channel. If you have still not subscribed to my channel, please do right now and leave your comment in the section, like and share with others. Now let me continue. Anthony Joshua must build his confidence. 2, Anthony Joshua must stop second guessing himself. Anthony Joshua, when sometimes he worries about what the opponent would come or throw to him. So sometimes when he has a clean punch that he can land, he is worried. That is the demon from the Andy Ruiz fight. He must try and fight all those demons and make them go away. And when all those things go away, I think Anthony Joshua can win the world title again. But I don't foresee Anthony Joshua losing this particular fight. But I see 989 assassin Jermaine Franklin putting in a good fight, and we all as sports lovers would enjoy this particular fight. Thank you for watching. Stay positive. Remember, there is no limit to greatness. This is Africa's first choice online sports portal. I am coming up with an episode that talks about African boxing. So I have started interviewing some boxing promoters and boxers across Africa. Stay tuned for that episode somewhere in March this year. Thank you. Stay positive. Au revoir.